X color, this color sauce. Yeah, 16% it's red from white. It's good. Deze is gaan halen, was ik dan dat fit some door een box. Oh, is dit hier? Hier ben je. Nou, kijk naar bang, maar dan heb je wel daar zijn.
Your review is coming up. The director wants to know your long-term intentions. You're not advancing. You've turned down 3 promotions in 4 years. Why?
I'm where I need to.
worked on Long Glass.
That was a long time ago.
You were the lead systems engineer. Orbital mechanics, signal processing. You designed the imaging array.
Who are you?
Someone who needs to understand what it was designed to see.
That's not a question you want answered.
The satellite is still operational. It's still transmitting. I've traced the signal.
Stop. Stop.
I saw the transmission, the imagery from the satellite, the geography, the coastlines, they're different. Why would a Cold War reconnaissance satellite be showing Earth with altered geography?
Long Glass wasn't designed to look down. It was designed to look forward.
Forward. Forward how?
During the Cold War, everyone was afraid. Afraid of nuclear war. Afraid of what the world would look like after. The military wanted to see it. To understand what survival would look like. They thought satellites could be tuned to the right frequencies, the right parameters to see across time. Not far. Just far enough. We built the imaging array to these specifications. Most of the engineers thought we were chasing science fiction, but
Your access logs for the past 72 hours show several anomalies. You've been accessing archival files outside your regular assignment. You visited the National Archives yesterday. Your personal laptop shows evidence of encrypted files. Do you have an explanation?
I was following up on a signal anomaly in the archival database. It's part of my work. Cold War-era satellite programs often have inconsistencies in the official records, competing budgets, different classification levels, deorbiting procedures that don't always match the actual operational date. I was trying to reconcile some of those inconsistencies. The archives visit was research background. I don't think I violated any protocols.
The reason I'm asking is that our monitoring systems flagged your queries. They matched patterns.
Room 407, end of the hall on the left.
I did.
What is Longview? What is Longglass really looking at?
The satellite was designed during a time when people believed anything was possible. Physicists were discovering things that broke all the rules. Time, causality, observation affecting reality. There were theoretical models that suggested that under certain conditions with the right kind of apparatus, you could see across temporal distance the way you could see across physical distance. You could observe a location in space-time that wasn't here but was ahead, 40 years ahead maybe more.
And Longglass work?
We didn't know if it worked. We built it according to the specifications. We launched it. We pointed it where they told us to point it. And the transmission started coming...
A colleague recommended I speak with you about certain geophysical anomalies.
Geophysical anomalies?
These are from a remote sensing platform. I need to know if what I'm seeing is physically possible. Is the geography real, or is it corruption? A sensor malfunction?
Where are these from?
I can't say, but I need to know if this is real.
If this is real, this is showing a world approximately 40 years from now, assuming current climate models of sea level rise continue at the projected rate. But that would require, where is this satellite located?
It's a classified satellite. Cold War era. It was supposedly deorbited decades ago, but it's still transmitting. And if I'm right about the imagery, it's not just transmitting observations of Earth as it is, it's transmitting observations of Earth as it will be.
You're telling me there's a satellite that can see the future?
Yes.
Theoretically, this is only possible if the satellite isn't observing through conventional optics. It would need to be measuring quantum fluctuations or achieving some kind of nonlinear temporal observation. The math gets weird very quickly. And expensive! Gee, I'm gonna assume you didn't come here just to show me pretty pictures of a drowned world. You need something.
I need you to help.
Door, measured, controlled, Colonel Rhodes. I'm not here to arrest you, Ms. Voss. I'm here to offer you an opportunity. One you're going to want to...
I was director of the Strategic Reconnaissance Office until my retirement 3 years ago. I oversaw the Longview program. I know what you found. I know who you've spoken to. And I'm here because you're about to make a decision that will affect your life very significantly.
The NSA Security Review flagged your queries. Normally this would result in loss of clearance, but your supervisor deferred to higher authority. That was me. I wanted to see how far you'd go, how serious you were. You're serious. You've connected Frank Bellamy. You've brought in a university researcher to validate the data. You're trying to understand the temporal mechanics of the satellite's observation. You're dangerous.
I'm trying to understand what's happening. The satellite is looking at Earth 40 years in the future, but the
Long glass has been transmitting continuously since 1979. For the first 40 years, the temporal gap was stable. We saw Earth as it would be approximately 4 decades hence. We watched the ice sheets melt. We watched the coastlines change. We watched the cities submerge. But we understood the timeline was linear. The future it showed would arrive in 40 years. We had time.
6 months ago, the pattern changed. The gap began to close.
We don't know why. We don't know what's causing the acceleration, but if the current rate continues, the observation point and the present will converge in approximately 11 years. At that point, the satellite will no longer be looking at the future. It will be looking at the present moment it's observing from. Which means something fundamental about our reality is going to change. That's Alexandria, or what's left of it.
What is that?
We don't know. It wasn't there in previous transmissions. It appeared 3 days ago. It's present in every transmission since.
You said the satellite was designed to look at the future, but it's not really looking forward through time, is it? It's observing something else, something that's already there somehow, simultaneously.
What do you think is happening?
I think the temporal mechanics are wrong, or they're partial. The satellite is observing a location in space-time that exists in the future, but the future is approaching. Not moving toward us, but moving toward the present, like 2 points on a timeline are getting closer, and when they meet...
We have 11 years to understand what's coming and to prepare for it, or to prevent it. You're going to help us understand it.
They showed us everything. The archive. The observation room. The timeline.
Did you agree to work with them?
I didn't have a choice. Or rather, the only choice was the one they wanted me to make.
They came to me this morning. They offered me a position. Consultant to a classified research program. They showed me the same things. They want me to help them understand the temporal mechanics.
What did you tell them?
I told them yes. Because part of me wants to understand it. And
They told you everything? Quietly, yes. 40 years ago, I helped build the most important machine in human history, and I've spent the last 40 years wishing I hadn't. Not because of the horror of what we saw, but because of what it meant we couldn't change. The future was already written, visible, unchangeable.
The gap is closing. In 11 years, the observation point will catch up to the present. What do you think that means?
Turning to look at her, it means the future is arriving, not gradually as time normally works, but quickly. The walls between now and then are getting thinner, and something in that future is trying to
그 어른이는 사실 대화를 안 하는 걸 예를 들어서 서브를 때 알로 없어. cái này nhìn như con sẽ cái gì đó muốn hơn là ta audio sao hình đấy
If Dr. Tanaka's assessment is correct, this structure was built during the time frame we're observing. That suggests the survivors of whatever catastrophe we're looking at are actively building, preparing for something.
That's what the data suggests. But it's also possible they're building in response to the catastrophe. This could be a refugee structure, a settlement, a dam, anything.
Or it could be a weapon.
To screen, Ms. Voss, your assessment?
I think we need more data, more images, better resolution. We need to know what's being built and where.
The satellite's observation point is accelerating. In 11 years, the temporal gap closes. We need answers before then. We need to know what we're heading toward, and we need to...
racist. Die studie is so doing that. This is not the cover and it's I don't really know that it's the was is not the feeling of a dark is dan komt er jij to your help iets dus we zijn er niet doen voor de denken ze willen verkopen de maar is niet een mooi kan het kan is raak hoor